Good afternoon. My name is Christian Morales, and most people are okay with leaving their family for extended periods of time. Not too long. You get to come back after it's over. But for me, even knowing when I get to come back is still, in some ways, daunting because I know that I'm not going to be able to see my loved ones for a long time or be able to hold them and feel their presence around me. And I feel that especially, I feel that absence mostly with my girlfriend. And saying goodbye to her was probably the hardest goodbye I've ever had to say to anyone. And I have said goodbye to a lot of family permanently, fortunately. I've said goodbye to family that I haven't seen in years, and it seems okay, like any other day. I just wake up and I go through it and don't even think twice. But when I wake up in the mornings and I see that she's not there, I feel it. I don't just see it, I feel it. Saying goodbye to her when I had to go away for college was beyond tough. It was misery. It was just a miserable way to live for a while. After a while, you get used to it, and then you get to go home every couple of months, and you look forward to those breaks. You look forward to those breaks more than you look forward to the opportunity that was presented to you originally to go to college and to be able to wrestle and pursue a career in something and get your degree and be the first in your family to go out of state and compete for a national team and be recruited and be paid to go to school. But all those things to me just don't really compare when I feel that absence. And when I get to see her, I really take advantage of my breaks. And this one particular break, her family had decided they wanted to go on a family vacation and she had no choice in the matter. Despite not wanting to go, she had no choice and had to go. And that was the the second day of Christmas break. I had just gotten there and I wanted to see her more than I wanted to see Santa Claus. And I remember her having to leave, and that night I stayed with her until they had to leave. And I remember how terrible I felt leading up to those final moments. I remember how terrible I felt when she walked me in my car so I could leave and her family could keep packing up. I remember how terrible I felt driving home. That was the worst goodbye ever. I have never cried more in my life after saying goodbye to someone than that night. It was horrible. It was absolutely terrible. I hated every single day of that break, and I was here with my family. But there was one person that I wanted to be with, and I couldn't, and that really hurt. I couldn't see her, and I just had to sit there and say goodbye and watch them drive off. I remember driving down the road, speeding, eyes watery. I couldn't even see the road. I didn't really care what happened. I missed her, and it sucked that I couldn't see her, and that I went all that time in college not seeing her, only to spend 2 days with her because her family was forcing her to go. However, in the end, I look back on it and I'm thankful for it because not only did it make our relationship stronger, but we got through it and we didn't fight about it. And by God's grace, this must have been a plan. I still to this day thank God because at the end of my break, my flight got canceled as she was coming home. And I got to stay for an extra 4 days. And I got to spend those 4 days. I basically got my break back with her. After having to say one of the hardest goodbyes ever, I finally got a break with her. And then the next stretch until summer was smooth sailing, all because of those 4 days. But it wasn't before I had to do that hard goodbye. Thank you for listening. This is my hardest goodbye ever. I hope no one ever has to go through it because I know that long distance relationships are hard and it can be extremely exhausting and tough. But I think it's doable. Thank you very much.